Hey guys, today is going to be a bit of a story time video. So last Friday, so a few days ago, I gave a speech at my graduation, at my college graduation event. Wait, hold on. I just took off my retainer because otherwise it's a little bit hot to talk. Anyway, so I give a speech at my graduation event. I didn't know that that was a thing until like a few months ago, really. I don't know. I'm gonna tell you guys about like my experience, like what happened, and also like how that works and stuff like that. Also, like only how that works in my university because I don't know how other universities work. I don't know. So the way it happened was we were notified, me and the rest of my classmates who, or college mates or whatever you call it, that graduated this year, and they told us in June that we graduated and that we, were invited to attend the graduation event. And they told us that the people with the best record or the highest record or whatever, in the university, like out of each degree, were elected to give a speech in front of everybody in representation of their bachelor's degree. And because we were told that in June, I didn't know that, because we did the graduation party in September. We graduated in June, let's say, but the party was in September. Like the event was in September. It's weird. But anyway, so because I wasn't notified, I was like, I mean, I guess I can be one of the people with the best record because like my grade, like my average grade, like it was good. But I was like, I mean, we are like 100 and something people in my degree because I studied business admin, so a lot of people study that degree. So I was like, because we're a lot of people, I don't think I'm the one with the highest grade. You know what I mean? I don't think I'm the one with the best record. I also don't participate in a lot of activities that have to do with school or whatever. Like I've participated in like maybe one or two things, you know what I mean? Not much. And so I just completely assumed that I wasn't going to be elected. I was like, maybe I could be elected, but because I wasn't told anything, I assumed that it was going to be somebody else, and I didn't know that somebody else. I don't know. Cuz like I assumed that there was like my average grade was probably like I think it's 85.3% out of out of 100. Like, you know what I mean? Like percent of 100, of course, but you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I thought it wasn't much. Like, it's a lot, especially for being college. It's a lot, but I thought there was, you know what I mean? Like, there's always the typical people that like get, A's and everything. You know what I mean? So like, I didn't know, and I'm not trying to discredit myself. I'm just saying that like I didn't know most people in that degree, and I don't know their average grades, obviously. But anyway, so a week before that, so not last Friday, but like the Friday before that, I was notified. Like I was sent an email. I received an email by the secretary, from the secretary or the vice dean or whatever the fuck. So me and other four people, like one out of each degree, we were elected. We were told that we were elected to give a speech for representing our degree. Now, mind you, I didn't know anybody from the rest of the degrees, as most probable. Like, I don't know I don't know that many people, and I didn't know these people. But anyway, I got to meet. So I studied business admin, so it was one person out of each degree that was representing, with this, that was elected to give a speech in representation of the degree. So I did it for business administration and management. That's what the bachelor's is called. It's the BBA, but anyway. Then there was another guy for accounting and finance, and there was another guy for economics, and then there was another girl for human resources and labor relations or something. And I didn't know anybody. I mean, I knew the guy from economics, but I didn't know him like by his name. You know what I mean? Like I knew his face, but I didn't know if that was him. Anyway, and then I met the guy from accounting and finance. I met him like this week, actually. Well, last week, when I started the master's degree, because I'm doing a master's degree in accounting and auditing, and he's in that master's degree. So we are together in class. And when he said that he was going to give a speech, I was like, wait, you're giving the speech representing accounting? And he was like, yeah. And I was like, I'm representing business admin. And it was cool, you know what I mean? Like, we asked each other about, like, how are you doing with the speech? Like, have you already written it? Like, have you practiced, whatever? And like, I don't know, he didn't seem too excited. He seemed more like nervous about it. I don't know, like he seemed like happy about it, but whatever, that's not even the point. And I was definitely excited about it. Like, since the moment I was notified, I was like, oh my god. Like, I totally took for granted that like the people that were giving the speech were notified in like June or July or something like that. You know what I mean? I didn't know that we were going to be notified like the week before that. But I think it's cool because that way you don't get nervous. You know what I mean? From like months before, like, oh my god, I have to give a speech and whatever. I think it's better if you just, okay, in a few days you're doing this, so get it ready. Although I mean, it is more than enough time to prepare a speech. I mean, the speech was like, they told us that it was around like 2-3 minutes. I ended up doing, I think, 3 minutes. I don't know. My dad recorded me, one of my friends recorded me. So, yeah, I think it was around 3 minutes. Anyway, now, was it perfect? Obviously, I had written it, and I am nearsighted. Like, I could read. I was like, if I want to be able to read it, I mean, I'm nearsighted, but like, do you know what I mean? Like, my vision from like near is not even that good either. So, like, for instance, right now, like the viewfinder, like my phone, I can't see like perfectly well. You know what I mean? So what I did was I printed the speech, but like with a high, you know what I mean? Like I printed it really big so that I could see it without like wearing glasses because I didn't want to wear glasses. And I ended up like reading it mostly by memory. You know what I mean? Like I read it so many times that I remembered what was on the paper because I couldn't read it that well. It was kind of blurry. So that made me like when I give it the speech, it was not that perfect because I made a few mistakes because I wasn't reading it. You know what I mean? Like I couldn't see it that well. And because I got nervous, I spoke a little bit faster. Like nobody told me that I spoke too fast. And I don't think I spoke too fast, but I think that I spoke a little bit fast, faster than I wanted to, you know what I mean? Because you're reading something and it's a speech, you know what I mean? Like you have to follow a pace that is not that fast. But I did it a little bit faster than I wanted to. And obviously I cringed when I saw it. For some reason when I watch my videos, like when I'm filming for YouTube or whatever, I don't cringe anymore. Like I used to cringe maybe more at first because I was more like camera shy and I was less used to doing this and I was less used to seeing myself do this. But when you do a bunch of videos and you have to edit them and all that stuff and then you have to watch them once they're edited, you know what I mean? Like I am more used to that, but I'm not that used to like, you know what I mean? I'd never given a speech in front of people, you know what I mean? Like the most people I had talked in front of was probably like 60 people, you know what I mean? When I was in college, like giving a presentation in front of all of my classmates, like, you know what I mean? And there was probably like 1,000, 2,000 people there. I have no idea. Maybe around 1,000. I don't know. Somebody said that it was probably 1,800. I don't know who told me that, but it was probably that amount of people. The good thing is that I don't know if I have stage fright. I was definitely nervous because I didn't want to fuck it up. And I was definitely nervous when people were clapping for me because I was like, oh my God, I'm doing this. You know what I mean? Like my lips were like shaking and everything, like the muscles. And nobody noticed. Like I told people that happened because I was like, it's evident that it happened, and people apparently didn't notice, but whatever. And so I did get nervous. I mean, I wasn't nervous like the days before. I was like, yeah, I was more excited than nervous, and because I'm nearsighted and I didn't want to wear glasses, I was like, even if I have stage fright, which I'm about to find out on on Friday, I can't really see the people, you know what I mean? Because I'm nearsighted. So I can't even, you know what I mean? Like it was all blurred. So I wasn't really seeing anybody. Like I knew that the people were there, but I wasn't really seeing them. So like, you know what I mean? Like I think that can be a good thing because you're not, I also have, I'm also afraid of heights. And I remember a few weeks ago, I went to one of my friends' her village. We went, she showed us around. And there's this like bridge that is like really high and you can see everything that's down there. And I have a fear of heights and I was so scared. So my survival mechanism was just not putting on my glasses. I could still see the things, but because I couldn't see them that well, it was like less bad. You know what I mean? Like I can see that it's really high and I can see like everything. Like I can see the river, I can see this road, I can see this thing, that thing. But because I was not seeing it perfectly, that was kind of like, you know what I mean? It's kind of like, out of sight, out of mind. Well, that's kind of the same thing. Sorry, I burped. So yeah, any tips for stage fright? If you're nearsighted, take off your glasses. That's it. I should have worn contacts probably, because I think like my biggest mess up was the fact that I was kind of, pulling things out of memory because I wasn't seeing the text like too well. And then I was getting nervous because I wanted to, I mean, you couldn't tell that I was that nervous, you know what I mean? Like I was focused, but you know what I mean? Like I messed up a few times and had I been wearing my glasses or if I or if I had worn contacts or whatever, like if I had been able to see the text well, I wouldn't have made those mistakes. But anyway, nobody's perfect. I wasn't the only one that messed up. I think everybody else messed up. I think the rest of the three messed up. At least the other two guys that did. The girl, I don't remember, maybe. I don't know. I mean, we were reading, you know what I mean? Like it wasn't that weird. I was the first one to do it because administration goes before accounting. Well, in English, accounting goes first, but I did college in Spain, so it was business administration before accounting, and then accounting before economics, and then labor relations and human resources. So I was the first one to do it. I don't know. I liked my speech. I liked the rest of the speeches. I think they were great. The graduation party was great. It had a few awkward moments because you have to socialize with people, and then like after the event it's like congratulating people and stuff like that, and then there's people taking pictures, whatever. I didn't take that many pictures. I took a picture with one classmate and then with my friends. I don't know. There wasn't that many people taking pictures with each other. I don't know if it's because we're dull and aloof, but I don't know. That happened. I don't know. I saw a bunch of people that I knew and I greeted them and we talked a little bit because there's people that I haven't seen in a while and I didn't know what they were doing. Like it was kind of nerve wracking. There's a protocol like, okay, you guys have to get in the entrance. Like me and the other three people that were giving the speech, like we were first actually. It was 2 rows. So we were going to go, it was this like big room, and so we had to like go down the stairs or whatever when everybody else was sitting down. We did a bit of a rehearsal before that, but so we went down and stuff and we had to go at the same time, so like that had to be perfect, if that makes sense. And then we were sitting in first row and we were sitting in the middle, you know what I mean? Like there's a bunch of things that come into play also, like they call your name and you have to stay on stage, and then when everybody else receives their diploma and their, what do you call this thing that they give you? I don't know. The ribbon, like this like big ass ribbon, I don't know. Like I had to stay on stage and until everybody received their diploma, their graduation, their whatever the fuck. And then that's when I gave the speech. So I don't know. It was a really cool experience. I mean, I think what I liked the most about it was not my speech itself, because obviously I think because everybody's so self-conscious, you're like, dude, I wish I had done that better. You know what I mean? Like I feel like there wasn't gonna be, like, now that I think about it, I think that there wasn't gonna be a scenario or a situation or a, let's say, parallel universe where I wouldn't be like, you know, oh, I could have done this better. I could have worn this. I could have worn that. I wore a suit and I wore my hair down. Like it was, I straightened it. Well, I did a perm a few days ago. Actually, it was a week ago. So I literally just straightened my hair a little bit, and I wore a suit because I was like, I wanted to wear a dress, but then I was like wearing a dress in front of everybody and like it was kind of tight and stuff like that, and I was like, maybe I'm gonna feel a little bit uncomfortable, whatever. And I didn't practice like walking with high heels and stuff like that, so I wore flats and a suit, and I liked it, but I was like, maybe I should have worn a dress. But I think if I had worn a dress, I would have been like, maybe I should have worn a suit. You know what I mean? Like it's, I think whatever I would have done, or whatever I had done, I think I would have regretted something anyway. So, but the thing that I'm the most proud of is the fact that I gave a speech. It meant, and I said it in my speech, it meant a lot to me that I was elected. Even though I did it, I mean, it was my record, you know what I mean, that they looked at, but I was really happy that I was given the opportunity to do that. I love public speaking, like, even though I can get nervous and stuff, like, I love public speaking, and it's something that, I mean, it's why I'm filming these videos. Like, if I can do it as a job or as a side hustle, like, every now and then, like, giving talks, like, all these motivational speakers or all these people that are so successful and, like, talking about success and how they did it and their views on this and that, you know what I mean? Like, if I could do that at some point as a job or as a side hustle, like, that would be amazing. And I love it. And I watch a lot of speeches and I watch a lot of interviews. Like, I love that stuff. And, so, it meant a lot to me, and it's really just practice for me because I love public speaking, and this is something that I want to do, you know what I mean? Like, at some point, like, whether it's for a living or not. And so it meant a lot to me. It was practice, and it was really, how do you say it? It was, like, really fulfilling, because it's like, oh, I didn't know that I was the one in my degree with the best record. Like, I didn't know that. We were, like, 100 and something when we started the degree. We were probably, I don't know, 100 and many. And then we were 100 and a little, 113, 14, or 120 when we graduate, not when we graduated, but when we took the picture, like the year picture. And then 52 of us graduated. Only from business admin. From the other degrees, I'm not sure. But it was less people. But, I mean, less people graduated, but also less people enrolled, if that makes sense. And then there's obviously always people who either drop out or they change the degrees, whatever. So it meant a lot to me that I was elected, and I'm proud of what that means, you know what I mean? Like, I proved to myself that I was able to do that I was not only able to, overcome all these difficulties that I had during my degree, because it was hard. Like, a lot of people say that, and I said this in my speech, like, I mean, a lot of people think the business degrees are like easy, whatever, but like it depends on the university, it depends on how seriously you take it, depends on a lot of things. So for me, it was hard because I took it seriously. And I remember I asked this friend of mine who I made a podcast episode with. Her name is Regina. And I one time asked her, like when I was in the first year, I was like, is business admin like hard, or is it just me? And she was like, well, it's hard if you take it seriously, because she was graduating when I asked her, and when I was in my first year. And so yeah, things can be hard if you take them seriously, but you can also work really hard. And sometimes I don't think I'm the smartest bitch out there. I just think I work hard, and I didn't want to fail any subjects, and I fought hard, and whenever I had a doubt, I would ask, and I would practice and practice and practice the things that I had learned, and I would study a lot, so that I would, not have any surprises in the exams. And we would still get surprises in exams, because sometimes you get asked things that you're like, what the fuck is that? But it's fine. I mean, it turned out all right. Now I'm doing a master's degree, and it's hard because I'm doing it and it's accounting, and I'm not an accountant. I studied business, and there's a lot of people from accounting and finance, from the accounting finance degree, in my class, and they're finding it a lot easier, and I'm finding it harder. And there's this classmate of mine who did economics, and she's also finding it hard. So you know what I mean. I'm gonna have difficulties this year, but hopefully I can graduate. Hopefully, and if I don't want to think about it. But I mean, I guess I'll be fine. But whatever. I'm just gonna keep working as hard as I have been working, and I'm gonna try to juggle it this year with content. I'm just rambling right now. But what I'm saying is that I am gonna continue to put in like the most amount of effort that I can with the things that I want, which is I don't want to get this degree, but I feel like I have to, so I'm gonna get it. And I have dreams in life, and there's things that I want to do in life, so I'm gonna fight hard to try to make them come true, and to try to achieve the things that I want to achieve. So this proved to me that if you work hard enough, you can, even if that wasn't my goal. Like, I didn't know when I started the degree that if I had the best record, I would have given a speech. Like, I didn't know that. But maybe if I had known it, I would have been like, okay, let's try to do this. You know what I mean? I would have been in this competition with other people and with myself, like, to get it. But you know what I mean? Like, that's not who I am. That was not my point. Like, even when I was in high school, not bragging, but I graduated with honors, along with 4 other people. And how many were we in that generation, in that degree, in that year? I don't know. Maybe we were like 100 or something. I don't know. And like, I was in that 5%. Well, yeah, maybe we're less than 100, because 5% was 4 people. So something like that. So what I'm saying is that if I had known that and I had fought for it, maybe I wouldn't have gotten it. And I didn't know that I could get it if I studied that hard, and I didn't know that I had the best record, and I was given this opportunity, and I worked hard, and I'm really glad that it happened. I'm glad that was something that was quote unquote meant for me, because I really love public speaking, and that means a lot to me, and it's something I can put in my curriculum if I ever want to, pursue public speaking as a job, or as a profession, if that makes sense. And I'm really happy about it. It's something that is really fulfilling, and it's really flattering, and I was congratulated for it. A lot of people liked my speech, or at least so they told me. And I don't know, I'm excited for what's to come in life, and I'm proud of myself because I got a degree and I got to do this. I'm doing a master's degree. I'm shitting my pants, but I've been shitting my pants for the entire degree because it's not easy. So yeah, that was pretty much everything I wanted to tell you guys. I think that's kind of what went into it and how it happened, and that's it. So yeah, I'll see you tomorrow, guys. Bye. Thanks for watching.